Indonesia produces more gas than it uses, so why does it need to import? You'd think that means there's plenty of gas to go around, but not exactly. The problem isn't just how much gas Indonesia has, it's what kind of gas and who is it really for? Indonesia mostly produces natural gas, specifically methane, which is great for industrial use, making electricity, and exporting as liquefied natural gas, or LNG. But that's not what most Indonesian households use. At home, people cook with liquefied petroleum gas, or LPG, which is made up of propane and butane. And LPG is a different type of gas. It uses a different production process and different infrastructure. That's why Indonesia can't just switch from using natural gas or LNG that it produces. It's the wrong kind of gas for household stoves, and there's no easy way to get it into people's homes. And this is where numbers are key. You've seen those bright green and pink gas cylinders in kitchens in Indonesia. That's LPG. It fuels kitchens in millions of households. So if LPG is what people actually use, how much does Indonesia produce? Well, the country needs about 8 million tons of it each year, but it only produces about 2 million. So that means 6 million tons of it need to be imported, mostly from America, which now supplies more than half of Indonesia's LPG. Meanwhile, Indonesia continues to export its methane-rich natural gas as LNG because its infrastructure and contracts are built around that. And here's another issue. Most of the LNG is produced by foreign companies under long-term deals. Only a fraction is produced by state-owned Pertamina. So even though the gas is coming out of Indonesia, a lot of it is already allocated to be sent abroad. Getting gas into homes is more than just production. It needs pipelines, storage, and delivery systems. And right now, Indonesia's gas pipeline network is very limited. But you might be thinking, why not just ramp up domestic production of LPG? Well, it's not that easy. Most of Indonesia's gas is methane, which is used for electricity and exports. LPG, what most households actually use, is just a small portion of what you get when you make natural gas or oil. So even if Indonesia produces more gas, it doesn't mean it gets more LPG. There's also an issue of infrastructure. Indonesia doesn't have enough refineries or gas processing plants to extract more LPG. Much of the equipment is old and not designed to recover large amounts of propane and butane. Building or upgrading those facilities would take years and cost a lot. So for now, even though demand keeps rising, most of the LPG still has to be imported. And here's another layer to the story. The government heavily subsidizes LPG to keep it affordable. And in 2024, it allocated around $5 billion to cover most of the cost of those 3-kilogram green canisters, also known as gas melon. Indonesia isn't the only one facing this kind of LPG gap. Other countries in Southeast Asia, like Vietnam and Thailand, also import LPG despite producing gas because their systems weren't built to deliver the kind of gas households actually use. To fix this, the Prabowo government is bringing back an old idea, turning coal into gas. Prabowo's team says coal gasification could help replace some of Indonesia's LPG use and reduce the massive subsidy bill. But the plan is still early, it's expensive, unproven at scale, and raises new questions about cost, complexity, and the environmental impact. So, where does it leave us? Don't expect Indonesia to stop importing LPG anytime soon. In fact, it'll likely be buying more LPG, especially from the United States.